Hi, welcome to Be That Happy. Thank you so much for being here with me on another video. If you're new, welcome to my channel. So today I want to talk to you about marriage. I really think it's very important and it's the best thing you can have to have a happy, peaceful, and beautiful marriage. This is not just speaking of someone married by church or by law or even not married. This is for everybody, men, women. Just having a good marriage, it's not only good for your life and it's the best thing you can have, it's also good for your finances. As many of us know, when someone gets a divorce, it could affect your finances. Obviously, I'm not against divorce if you must have a divorce. If someone is in an abusive relationship or there is something that there's no turn back, I understand there's situations like that. But I'm talking about things that are probably fixable, or maybe just the fact that you're not getting along with each other. I want to give you some tips that have served me very well in my marriage and what I have done. I wanted to come and share them with you in hopes that I can help you in some way. Of course, I think that respect, having communication, and all those normal love and everything that we all know you should have in a marriage, I wanted to come to you with other tips or advices that usually people might not talk about. And one of them is leave the past behind. A lot of the times we are constantly judging our new partner, our wife, our husband, because of what we've seen in the past, whether if it was with us growing up, with our parents, or with other marriages. I mean, yes, you can grab a little from each marriage and make it your own way of having a good marriage. Other times, maybe we are coming from a past where we already had a partner or from a divorce, and sometimes we come to the new person and we want them to pay for everything that the other person did to us, and it's not fair because they weren't even there. They didn't do it, and you just figure now that everybody is the same. It's not true. Another thing that some people do, and I have seen, is to talk about your ex. Especially your new partner doesn't care about your ex or how things were or what happened. It's hurtful for them to listen to you. And another one that goes with this is don't ask. Don't ask about the ex. Don't ask about anything. They shouldn't be asking you, because the same way it is uncomfortable to hear about an ex, it's uncomfortable to be asked. So I want to tell you a little bit about my story. I've been married for close to 10 years. February will be 10 years. I got married by church. That was my dream. I was already thinking that it was never going to happen, which I wasn't like totally obsessed about it. I was fine with not finding the right person already. But that's when God decided to send me the right person. And believe me, this almost 10 years, well, I met him, February was 10 years already. These years with him have been the best years of my life. I have been living in peace, with respect, with support. I just love him so much, and I can feel how much he loves me. He shows me every day with words, with actions, by him going to work and being such a good provider, a great dad for my older son and for my two little kids. I only have boys. Honestly, these have been the best years of my life, and that is the reason why I wanted to share this with you. Leave the past behind. I had a past, and he never questioned me about it. He never asked me anything. If I want to share anything, I will, but he has never asked me anything, and I have never asked him anything. We trust each other. We're never jealous of each other. We both know that we had a past, and that is common sense to not, if you don't want to be asked, don't ask. If you don't want to be told stories, don't tell stories. As simple as that. It's hurtful, it's painful, And a lot of times you might want to take it back, and you might not be able to take back whatever you heard or whatever you told. Leaving the past behind is my number one advice. Of course, they're not in any specific order, they're all important. But number two is talk about finances. I know that's a little hard for a lot of people, but I really think that even brings you together. It brings stability to your life. Sometimes people have finances separate because they never got to the point of talking about them. That's not the proper way to go, because if you really trust your wife or your husband, you are going to have finances together. That's like the best sign of love that you can give. And same with you, your finances. If you really love the person who's trusting you with their finances, of course you're going to do the same. And it's not a matter of your money, my money, I made this much, you made that much, and I'm going to pay this, you're going to pay that. It's just having everything together. Honestly, I also think makes the relationship stronger. Not only because you do conversate about any projects, dreams, budgeting, and making plans all together brings you closer, but you're gonna achieve more having your finances together and organizing your relationship around those finances, that you're gonna do much better financially than if you had your finances separate. Which I think a lot of the times some people don't have their finances together because this person wants to do this with their money and this person wants to do that with their money, and of course that's really not going to get you anywhere financially if your goal is to do something, to create something, to build a future together. My tip number 3 is compromise and accept your partner. Of course your life is going to change if you get together with someone, if you want to have a marriage. That is part of your compromise. For instance, when I got married, yes, I was making a compromise with my husband, but also I was committing to God that I wanted to be with this person for the rest of my life. Again, obviously, as long as everything is fine and there's no abuse, nothing like that. But I understand that we're going to be different. I understand that there's going to be differences, but I am going to do my best to stay in this marriage. And I was making that compromise with God and my husband. You committing to this relationship and maybe not doing things you shouldn't be doing, or like a lot of people I know, they go out with their friends and they don't put themselves in the other person's shoes. They don't know how the other person's gonna feel, or they don't really care. They don't want to give it any thought because they feel like, well, I didn't get married to not do anything or to not have any friends or to not socialize. No one should tell you that. Like, of course your life is going to change. Of course, if you want to have kids, life is going to change. Not only for one of you, for both of you. And a lot of times there's one person that doesn't want to stay at home, doesn't want to compromise, but the other one is. Or you just have to conversate and think about that. Also, to accept the other person. As I mentioned, everybody's different. Of course, you guys were not raised together. You guys are not related. You guys were raised in a different family. Of course, you're going to be different. But you have to accept each other. Accept that you are different. You wouldn't want him or her to change you. Everybody is different, and we need to accept that and concentrate on the good things, on the qualities about that person. Sometimes we accept things like her or him going out because we want to do it, but we really don't like them doing that, but we're gonna accept it because I want to do it. I've come across couples where they say, well, you go out, now I go out. Well, you went out, now it's my turn to go out. And that's a never-ending story. And I don't really see that as a mature relationship, a mature marriage. I really don't think that's the right way to go. As far as accepting what you really are not happy with them doing just so that you can do it. So a lot of conversation, accepting, and compromise. Being humble is very important. Be humble, put your partner ahead of everything. And you're gonna see how eventually they're gonna start doing the same thing to you, because they're gonna notice. But a lot of the times we don't want to be the first one to do it because they're not doing it. That's not right. There's a really good book, and I mentioned it on one of my videos that I did back in January, which was about marriage, when I did the 31-day declutter challenge, and that is Fireproof. That is a really awesome book that you can read if you're planning to get married, if you're already married or live with someone and you want to get a divorce or you want to break up. I really think it's a good book to read. It'll bring a lot of value to your marriage. But just putting your partner ahead on everything, respecting them. And as I mentioned, acknowledge the good things that they do. Acknowledge their qualities. And be grateful to God for the person that you have by your side. Think about how many people would like to have a person like the one you have. So accept them, cherish that relationship that you have, and give it your all. Give it your all. Be humble and really think that nobody's perfect. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. So we can't expect to be with someone perfect, but we can make the best relationship with this person that we are with. Lastly, number 5 would be take responsibility. So taking responsibility for your actions, you made this decision to be with this person. Hopefully no one put a gun to your head, but if you made this decision to be with this person, how come you don't take responsibility for what needs to be done in the relationship? Just taking responsibility, like, she is not your mom, he is not your dad. No one should tell you what to do. You know what needs to be done. If you need to get a job, or you need to provide, or if you're the mom and the kids need to take care of, or if you're the dad and don't have a job and you need to take care of the kids. So running a household, you both know what it takes to run a household. It doesn't matter if you're the woman or if you're the man. This is a team. This is teamwork. So both of you taking responsibility for what needs to be done at a certain point. It doesn't matter what role it is. Take responsibility and do it. If the baby's diaper needs to be changed, if you need to go to work, if you are not going to go out, or no one needs to tell you, don't go out, you can't go with your friends, you can't go to the bar, to the girls or to the guy. Like, you need to know that you are in this relationship, and maybe that is not the right way to take the relationship. Maybe you wouldn't like him or her to do that, so you shouldn't do it. And they don't have to tell you not to go. Be respectful, love each other, and have conversations. I really, really think that you might be able to have a way, 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 way happier marriage. A better marriage. Maybe not a perfect marriage, because there's no perfect marriage. But yes, you can make it way better and you can live much happier. Honestly, since I've been married, these have been the best years of my life, the happiest years of my life. I love my husband. I love my family. I would do anything for them. I would do anything for my family. And I wanted to share this with you because I know a lot of people might have these problems, and they might tell you, oh, well, you need to conversate, you need to have communication, you need to have love. But you don't take these common steps that people don't usually talk about to fix your marriage, to fix the relationship that you have at the moment. Anybody could have a better marriage, and you can fix it even if you're having trouble right now. If you put God before anything, if you are religious, but even if you're not religious, I really think you can have a good marriage, a good family by taking these steps. I hope I have helped you in some way. If you have liked this video, please go ahead and give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.